Whisper, whisper, so they cannot hear. Whisper, whisper, whisper when you're sleeping. Whisper, whisper, and they'll know you're here.
Alright, so The Walking Dead is going all out in these trailers. Holy shit, did you guys just see that? This is the first thing I saw in the morning, and I can't believe The Walking Dead released this, but I'm so happy they did because that was an amazing trailer. Yesterday they released this image of Alpha, and I thought that was gonna be it. You know, there's gonna be no more teases because we still got a little ways until Season 9B returns. And then this morning they dropped this scary ass trailer. So the trailer is basically like the process of getting the Whisper mask. We see Alpha like cutting up a walker, and at the end she's putting on the mask, and we see the full picture of her mask. This is so far the best image we have of Alpha. I really do like it. I thought this trailer was really well put together. And this is a good shot right here of the mask. We can see the eyes and the nose, or where the eyes and nose should go. And let me tell you right now, they better be selling these masks because next Halloween I'm going as Alpha. And this trailer, like, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like Chainsaw Massacre or something, but like we all know those iconic killers in film, right? Like Jason and Scream and Michael Myers and all them. And if Alpha was like in a movie series or something, she would definitely be contending against those, you know, iconic characters. And I think she's already gonna be like one of the best TV characters ever. Definitely one of the best villains. I mean, just based on seeing this, I'm already more terrified of Alpha than I was ever of Negan. So The Walking Dead is doing a good job of selling this character because it's definitely working. And the music they're playing in the background, we hear like little kids saying whisper, whisper. So there is no doubt that they're approaching this character and this storyline from like a horror perspective. And The Walking Dead has the experience, like behind the scenes. They have people who worked in horror before, so I think it's all gonna work out, and it already has for the most part in the first half of season 9 from what we've seen so far. I mean, everybody knows Greg Nicotero, his specialty is working in horror and creating all that stuff. But some of the writers also, like one of the writers, I think his name is like David Leslie Johnson, he wrote episode 8, and he's written movies like The Conjuring and stuff. So, and we all know episode 8 was one of the scariest, if not the scariest episode in the history of The Walking Dead. So they have the experience there, and I think it's paying off. And this is a good shot of Alpha's back, and as you can see, like she's wearing the black clothes that, you know, she's known to wear, and like that's identical to the clothes that she's wearing in that field with Alden and Luke. So I'm sure this is Alpha, and this is gonna be probably our first appearance with her, because I'm sure the first appearance is gonna be with her mask on, because she does walk up to the gates without the mask. But I think the first time we see her, I'm hoping at least, it would be with the mask. And honestly, look at the way she's standing. It's like she's purposely trying to be scary, you know? So I do love it, and I think Samantha Morton is doing a great job with her character. I also really like how we see the actual process of making the mask. Like we can see her sewing the head together, because that's another good way of telling the difference between a walker and a whisperer. The back of their heads, like we can see like the sew marks, and that's something like straight out of the comic books, and I love how they did bring that to the show. And in this final shot we see this is a great shot of her actually putting the mask on, and I think so far this is the best look at Alpha we've had. We've had many like first looks per se, but this is definitely the best one. And we can see that she has blue eyes. So the one they released yesterday, the walker or the whisperer with the blue eyes, that was also Alpha. But we also got this whisper with the brown eyes. Now it's obviously not Alpha because, as we can see, she has blue eyes. But this whisper has to be like a pretty big whisper, right? I mean, it could be a random whisper, but I'm assuming if they're doing like a photo shoot with these whisper, like the actors for the whispers, I'm sure they're gonna bring in like the main ones. But we also know this isn't Beta, because Beta's mask is a lot different than the other whisperers. So it could be Lydia or just a random whisper, and that's most likely what it is. I also really like how they're not showing the front of Alpha's face just yet, and I think I have an idea why, because I see a lot of people saying that they think, or Alpha looks like a guy, and I think they're purposely trying to do that, because we can't lie, she definitely, you know, she does look like, from the back, she definitely does look like a guy, and I think the people who don't read the comics, they most likely are gonna think that she is a guy. And then when you do that reveal of showing Alpha close up talking or whatever, and they reveal that it's a woman, I think it's gonna be really cool for at least the fans who didn't know Alpha was gonna be a woman. I think it's a smart move by The Walking Dead, and I'm excited for it. Even though I know that she's a woman, I'm still excited to actually hear her talk for the first time. I also really hope that they make Alpha like a really mysterious character who doesn't talk that much and just lets her presence speak for herself. Because Negan, yeah, his presence spoke for himself too, but Negan, I think we all know, talked so much. I mean, even the cast members joke around saying he talks a lot. Like, I remember Andrew Lincoln one time said that at the end of season 8, he was surprised that Negan didn't have a monologue. So yeah, I think we can all assume, I think we can all agree that Negan talks a lot. So I really hope they make Alpha the complete opposite and makes her quiet and mysterious, yet very terrifying. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people comparing this video to like Chainsaw Massacre, and I totally see why. Yeah, she's definitely like one of those villains or one of those serial killers that, you know, are just absolutely terrifying. And I want to see Alpha go like crazy. Like, I want to see her kill people and slash heads off. Like, they're getting me excited for this. Like, now, like, after seeing that clip of Alpha standing in front of Alden and Luke, like, honestly, I want to see her go up to one of them and just like kill them. Like, I don't know if I'm sounding like a maniac right now, but they're getting me excited for this, and I want to see Alpha, you know, to the fullest extent. And I also like how in the trailer, when the music is playing in the background, the whisper music, and we hear it kind of becoming like a demonic voice. And, you know, I know The Walking Dead got a lot of shit a few years back when season 7, you know, killed Abraham and Glenn. A lot of people were complaining about how brutal it was. And they said it wasn't going to affect the show, but I think we all know it did. And we saw that in season 7 and into season 8, how there was a lot of moments when they were trying to kill walkers or whatever, and the camera like cut away because they didn't want to show how gruesome it was. And it was pretty noticeable, even though they said it wasn't going to affect them. But that being said, I really hope with the whispers coming in, they don't, you know, again, they don't like cut away from the camera if we see one of the whispers going in for a kill. And The Walking Dead has always been listed under horror. I think the thing is that the show got so big that it, you know, families watch it together, and I watch it with my family all the time. But the thing is, I guess, and I don't think it's the brutal, like, I don't think it was how brutal the show got. I'm pretty sure people were just upset about how they killed Glenn and Abraham, especially Glenn, so they complained about it. Because we all remember Noah, right, and how gruesome his death was. Nobody complained about that. And at the time, Noah's death was by far the most gruesome ever, because that was in season 6, I think. Was it early season 6 or late season 5? I think it might have been late season 5. But whatever, you know, what I'm trying to say is that by that timeline in The Walking Dead, that was by far the most gruesome death, and nobody complained about it. So I just hope they don't complain about the whispers, because chances are the whispers, especially Alpha, they're gonna kill characters we love. I mean, they already killed Jesus, who is a fan favorite, and I see a lot of people not complaining about that though, because of how cool that death was and how good it was for the show. But that wasn't even Alpha, so we have to get ready, because we have that border coming up. We have a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm not gonna get into that, but you know, we have to be prepared, because I mean, I actually want this to happen. I want Alpha to kill a lot of characters, because I think it's gonna be a lot better for the show, because The Walking Dead has a huge cast. You know, I definitely think there should be a lot of secondary characters who go, and then maybe a couple main characters, just to make it more, you know, just to show that the stakes are really high, because they even put that in their synopsis. So I really hope that, and I think killing Jesus was definitely a smart move, a big character like that right from the get-go. So we know that these whispers are a force not to be reckoned with. But when it comes to specific death predictions, I'm going to get into those too. I'll probably make a video, definitely before the season picks back up. But I really hope that the whispers, and based on this video, I love this video, and I think The Walking Dead is doing a great thing again. But this season has definitely been the best season in years. I think maybe even the best season ever. I'm currently trying to come up with a video talking about ranking all the episodes, and I'm gonna have a tough time doing it because of how, you know, each episode has been really good. There hasn't been a bad episode, is what I'm trying to say. I think I know the best episode, but other than that, you know, the rest of them have been pretty close together. But anyways, I am gonna wrap it up there, because I just quickly wanted to talk about this trailer. because of how cool it was, and share it with you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, and what did you think about the trailer? I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.